The Forgotten Genocide, Namibia's darkest secret. Imagine an entire people wiped out, starved, hunted, experimented on, all while the world looked the other way. Now, what if I told you this happened decades before the Holocaust and the perpetrators? The same empire that would later lead Europe's descent into darkness. This is the Namibian Genocide, the first genocide of the 20th century. And yet, no one talks about it. Why? Because history is written by the powerful. By the end of this video, you'll see why the world has buried this truth and why we can't let that happen anymore. Stay with me, because the past is about to haunt the present. The year is 1884. Germany has just carved out a colony in what is today Namibia. But this isn't some peaceful settlement. No, this is conquest. The indigenous Herero and Nama people are forced off their lands as German settlers arrive in droves. Tensions rise. The Herero fight back. In 1904, a full-scale rebellion erupts. Now, you might think, okay, a rebellion, so Germany sends in troops and fights back, right? Wrong. What happens next is not war, it's extermination. A man whose name should be as infamous as Hitler's, but isn't. His mission? Not just to win, but to erase. Von Trotha issues an order so monstrous it's hard to believe. Every Herero will be shot. Women and children will be driven into the desert. No one may return. Did you catch that? No one may return. The Herero are chased into the brutal Namibian desert. German troops surround them. Wells are poisoned. Escape routes are blocked. Starvation sets in. Within weeks, tens of thousands perish. Some desperately return, only to be executed on sight. And just when you think it can't get worse, it does. Those who survive are sent to concentration camps. Yes, concentration camps, decades before the Nazis made them infamous. Here, prisoners are starved, beaten, and forced into grueling labor. But the worst? German doctors begin experiments. One man, Eugen Fischer, leads these horrific studies. He experiments on Herero and Nama prisoners, measuring skulls, dissecting bodies, trying to prove racial superiority. And here's where things get chilling. Fischer's ideas? They don't die with him. His research becomes the foundation of Nazi eugenics. The ideology that leads to the Holocaust begins right here in Namibia. So let's ask the hard question. If the world had stopped Germany then, would the Holocaust have happened? Today, Namibia still bears the scars of this genocide. Descendants of the victims continue to fight for recognition and reparations. And Germany? It took them over a century to even acknowledge it happened. But here's the thing. This story isn't just about Namibia. It's about how history repeats itself when we look away. Governments still cover up crimes. Victims still fight for justice. And we still live in a world where the powerful decide whose suffering is remembered and whose is erased. But not this time. Now you know the truth. So don't let this story disappear again. Share it. Talk about it. Make sure history hears the voices of the forgotten. Because if we don't, then we let the next genocide happen in silence. CTA. Subscribe, like, comment.